Good morning, everyone, and thank you for being here today. I'm excited to introduce our presentation on a groundbreaking innovation in defense technology. The title of our presentation is Solar-Powered High-Altitude Satellite Radar and Drone Defense System. We'll be exploring how this sustainable and intelligent solution can revolutionize security. Over the next few minutes, I'll walk you through the key features and advantages of this system and how it can shape the future of defense. Let's get started. Let's start by looking at some of the core security challenges we face today. First, airspace intrusion and unauthorized aerial entry. This refers to situations where individuals or objects enter restricted airspace without permission, which can pose significant safety and security risks. Next, we have weak border surveillance and security, meaning that current systems often struggle to monitor borders effectively, leaving gaps that could be exploited. Another critical issue is the difficulty in detecting drones and unidentified aircraft. Drones are becoming more prevalent and harder to track with traditional methods, making it a real challenge to identify potential threats quickly. Speaking of traditional methods, radar systems are a key part of surveillance, but they are often expensive and have limited coverage, especially over large or remote areas. All these points highlight a common theme. Our current security infrastructure is facing significant limitations, and as threats evolve, so must our solutions. This is precisely what underscores the importance of exploring new, more effective ways to secure our airspace and borders. Let's take a closer look at why solar-based defense is such a compelling choice. First, it offers low operational and fuel costs, which means less ongoing expense and greater efficiency over time. This is especially important in defense scenarios where budget and resource management are critical. Second, solar energy is environmentally sustainable and clean, reducing our carbon footprint and supporting global efforts to combat climate change. It aligns with the broader goal of developing eco-friendly defense technology. Third, solar systems are capable of long-duration, uninterrupted operation. This reliability ensures that defense systems remain active and effective without frequent interruptions, even in challenging conditions. Fourth, solar-based systems are effective during war, disaster, and emergency situations. They can operate independently of fuel supplies or grid power, making them highly resilient and dependable when it matters most. Lastly, placing these systems at high altitudes allows for faster response times and wider coverage areas. The elevated position enhances communication and monitoring capabilities, giving us a strategic advantage. Overall, these points highlight how solar energy not only supports sustainability, but also enhances operational efficiency and resilience in defense contexts. Let's take a closer look at the system overview. This slide provides a high-level look at how our system is structured and how it works together. We'll go through the key components and their roles, highlighting how each part contributes to the overall functionality. Understanding this overview is essential because it sets the foundation for the more detailed discussions to come. As we move forward, keep in mind how these components connect and support each other to achieve our goals efficiently and effectively. The defense system is strategically positioned at a high altitude, well above the maximum operating height of commercial aircraft. This placement is intentional to ensure complete separation from civilian air traffic, effectively eliminating any risk of interference. By operating outside of fixed air corridors and internationally designated flight routes, the system avoids conflict with normal civilian flights. Using advanced AI-based flight path detection and monitoring, it continuously identifies, tracks, and differentiates civilian aircraft from unauthorized or potentially hostile aerial objects. This means it can accurately distinguish between friendly, civilian planes and any threats that may pose a risk. As a result, the system offers highly advanced aerial surveillance and defense capabilities, all while maintaining full safety and compliance with civil aviation operations. Therefore, there is no interference with commercial or civilian aviation. This high-altitude placement allows us to protect airspace effectively without disrupting normal flight activities. the space-based radar platform provides continuous, 24/7 surveillance over the designated operational airspace, ensuring there are no blind spots or gaps in coverage. It's designed to keep a persistent watch, so we can detect and track any activity around the clock. Using advanced algorithms for target acquisition, tracking, and threat classification, the system can identify whether an aerial asset is hostile, unknown, or non-cooperative. This means it can differentiate between friendly aircraft, potential threats, or unidentified objects with high precision. Once a threat is identified, the system automatically sends secure, encrypted command and control signals to the assigned defense drones. These drones can then carry out interception, inspection, or neutralization missions as needed, without delay and with guaranteed security. All of this information, real-time situational awareness, telemetry, and intelligence data, is delivered instantly to the ground command and control center. This rapid data flow allows for swift threat assessment and quick decision-making, which is crucial in a dynamic operational environment. Overall, this radar system is a vital part of our defensive architecture, integrating continuous surveillance, advanced identification, automated response, and real-time intelligence to keep our airspace secure. Now, let's take a closer look at the role of defense drones in our overall strategy. These drones operate as forward-deployed tactical assets, meaning they are positioned close to potential threat areas to provide immediate support. They are seamlessly integrated with our central radar and command systems, allowing for quick coordination and response. One of their key functions is conducting rapid interception, which involves quickly engaging and neutralizing aerial threats before they can cause harm. They also perform close-range inspections and identification of detected objects, giving us crucial real-time information. Thanks to high-resolution sensors and live video feeds, these drones deliver real-time intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance, what we often refer to as ISR. This ensures our command teams have up-to-the-minute data to make informed decisions. Furthermore, they can execute a variety of mission-specific tasks, such as tracking targets, deterrence operations, or controlled neutralization, all based on command authorization. This flexibility makes them a vital part of our layered defense approach. Most importantly, defense drones act as a scalable response layer, which means they adapt to different threat levels and scenarios. They help reduce risks to manned platforms and ground personnel by handling dangerous or high-risk tasks remotely. In essence, these drones enhance our defensive capabilities by providing a fast, flexible, and safer way to monitor, assess, and respond to aerial threats, integral to our overall defense strategy. Let's talk about the core of our energy system today, which is the solar power setup. First, we have high-efficiency solar panels. These are designed to maximize energy capture, even in less-than-ideal conditions, ensuring we get the most out of every ray of sunlight. Next, to ensure a reliable power supply, we incorporate battery backup systems. This means that during the night or on cloudy days, stored energy kicks in so we maintain a steady, uninterrupted power flow. One of the biggest advantages of this system is that it completely eliminates dependency on fuel. There's no need for fuel deliveries or additional fuel costs, making it a truly sustainable and cost-effective solution. When you combine these elements, the efficient panels, reliable storage, and zero fuel dependency, you get a robust, clean energy system centered on solar power. It aligns perfectly with the overall goal of reducing environmental impact while providing consistent energy access. Let's talk about safety and aviation compatibility. When it comes to integrating new systems or technologies, safety is always the top priority. We need to ensure that any modifications or additions to aircraft do not compromise safety standards or operational integrity. This means rigorous testing and adherence to all relevant regulations. Aviation compatibility is equally crucial. It involves making sure that new equipment works seamlessly with existing aircraft systems and infrastructure. Compatibility issues can lead to delays, increased costs, or even safety risks if not addressed properly. Ultimately, both safety and compatibility are foundational to the success of any aviation project. They help us maintain trust, ensure passenger and crew safety, and keep operations running smoothly. This focus aligns with our overall goal of advancing aviation technology responsibly and effectively. Let's explore how this initiative can strengthen our national sovereignty. By enhancing our border and airspace security, we boost Bangladesh's ability to deter and respond confidently to external threats. This isn't just about protection, it's about asserting our independence and resilience. Next, safeguarding our maritime interests is crucial. Continuous surveillance of the Bay of Bengal helps us protect our territorial waters, economic zones, and vital maritime resources. This ensures our economic stability and security at sea. Cost optimization is also a key benefit. The solar-powered, autonomous architecture significantly reduces long-term operational costs. This means we can maintain a sustainable and ready defense system without overextending our budget. Another important aspect is advancing indigenous defense capabilities. Developing our own defense and aerospace technologies accelerates self-reliance, reducing our dependence on foreign systems and strengthening our technological sovereignty. Empowering our youth is also central. This project positions Bangladeshi young people at the forefront of innovation, research, and high-tech defense development, fostering a new generation of engineers, scientists, and strategists. Finally, this forms a strategic shield against external aggression. By establishing a resilient, proactive defense layer, we can detect, deter, and neutralize threats before they reach our borders, ensuring our national security remains robust. All these points tie back to our overall goal: to build a strong, secure, and self-reliant Bangladesh that can face future challenges with confidence. In this slide, we're looking at the core idea behind our electronic neutralization defense concept. Essentially, it's about utilizing advanced electronic warfare and electromagnetic neutralization technologies. These are designed to disable hostile electronic systems without causing physical destruction or explosions. This approach is much more precise and less disruptive overall. Modern military assets like drones, guided missiles, rockets, and delivery systems rely heavily on electronic circuits, sensors, and digital control units. Because of this heavy dependence, disrupting these electronic components within a controlled operational zone can effectively neutralize threats before they even reach their intended targets. So the key takeaway here is that by focusing on electronic neutralization, we can render enemy systems ineffective without traditional combat damage, aligning with our overall goal of developing smarter, less destructive defense methods. This slide doesn't contain enough information. That's why we're moving to the next slide. So, the system works by emitting controlled electromagnetic energy, which is specifically designed to overwhelm or disrupt electronic components. What this means is that it can interfere with the electronic subsystems that are critical for operation, such as navigation, communication, guidance, and control systems. When these systems are disrupted, they may become non-functional, effectively neutralizing the threat. What's important to highlight here is that this approach doesn't cause any physical damage or kinetic impact. Instead, it neutralizes threats through a form of defensive deterrence. This is a key point because it emphasizes a non-lethal, non-destructive method of protection, aligning with modern strategic priorities of neutralizing threats while minimizing collateral damage. Overall, this concept showcases how we can defend effectively by disrupting an adversary's electronic systems rather than destroying physical structures, which is a significant shift in how we think about neutralizing threats. This slide doesn't contain enough information. That's why we're moving to the next slide. Now, let's take a look at how our defense capabilities enhance the protection of Bangladesh's national airspace. By developing advanced systems, we're able to neutralize unauthorized unmanned aerial systems before they even reach sensitive areas. This proactive approach greatly reduces potential threats and ensures our sovereignty is maintained. Moving on, strengthening missile and rocket defense readiness is crucial. Our systems disrupt the guidance and targeting electronics of hostile missiles and rockets, which diminishes their ability to carry out precision strikes against our vital assets. This significantly enhances our overall defense posture. Regarding deterrence against coordinated external threats, our goal is to prevent synchronized and precision-based attacks. By doing so, we reinforce Bangladesh's strategic deterrence, making it clear that we are prepared and capable of defending ourselves against complex, multi-pronged threats in the region. An important aspect of this approach is the reduction of civilian risk and infrastructure damage. Since these defenses are non-kinetic and electronically focused, they help minimize collateral damage and protect our civilian populations, as well as critical infrastructure, during any potential threats. Finally, supporting a defensive-first doctrine aligns perfectly with Bangladesh's commitment to security and stability. Using advanced technology responsibly, we aim to defend our nation effectively while avoiding unnecessary escalation. Overall, these operational impacts strengthen our national defense in a way that's strategic, responsible, and tailored to our unique regional context. Advanced military forces around the world are actively researching, testing, and deploying non-kinetic electronic warfare capabilities as a core part of modern defense strategies. These systems are becoming more prevalent because they offer a different way to counter emerging aerial and missile threats, especially in situations where traditional kinetic methods, like interceptors, might be too costly, less efficient, or operationally limited. What we're seeing is a strategic shift toward using intelligent, electronic, and non-explosive solutions for defense. Instead of relying solely on physically destroying targets, these new approaches focus on neutralizing threats by disrupting their systems. This shift not only enhances our defensive effectiveness, but also helps reduce collateral damage, lower the risks of escalation, and cut operational costs. Overall, it reflects a broader move in global defense thinking toward smarter, more precise, and less destructive methods of threat neutralization, highlighting how technology is reshaping modern military doctrines in line with the overall theme of evolving security challenges. This slide doesn't contain enough information. That's why we're moving to the next slide. Let's take a closer look at electronic hardening and shielding. Some advanced military platforms are equipped with hardened and shielded electronic systems, which help to reduce their vulnerability to electronic neutralization effects. This is a crucial defense mechanism, as it allows systems to maintain functionality even in contested environments. Moving on, the operational range and control constraints are also vital considerations. The effectiveness of these electronic systems depends heavily on maintaining a controlled operational range, ensuring precision targeting, and strictly following legal and regulatory frameworks governing electronic warfare. These constraints help prevent unintended escalation and ensure responsible use. It's important to remember that these systems are designed to complement existing defense architectures. They are meant to support and enhance multi-layer defense setups, not to replace traditional kinetic weapons, radar, or missile defense systems. They add an additional layer of resilience without supplanting established capabilities. Finally, deployment of these systems requires careful strategic and legal oversight. This includes establishing clear rules of engagement, authorization protocols, and strict compliance with international defense and aviation regulations. Proper oversight ensures that the use of electronic warfare remains responsible, lawful, and aligned with broader strategic objectives. In essence, while these technologies offer significant advantages, they also come with limitations and strategic considerations that we must carefully evaluate to integrate them effectively into our overall defense posture. This slide doesn't contain enough information. That's why we're moving to the next slide. Electronic warfare is a critical aspect of modern military operations. It involves the use of electromagnetic spectrum to sense, protect, and communicate, as well as to disrupt or deceive adversaries. Essentially, It's about gaining an advantage by controlling the electromagnetic environment around us. This can include jamming enemy radar or communication systems, or protecting our own assets from similar attacks. The key here is the strategic use of electronic signals to ensure mission success. When we think about the overall theme of modern warfare, electronic warfare stands out as a force multiplier. It's not just about guns and bombs anymore. It's about outsmarting the opponent in the electromagnetic domain. This makes it an indispensable part of our defense toolkit today. This slide doesn't contain enough information. That's why we're moving to the next slide. In conclusion, what we've discussed today revolves around the Multi-Role Strategic Cyber-Electromagnetic Security System, or SCESS-BD. This system represents a comprehensive approach to safeguarding critical assets against a wide range of cyber and electromagnetic threats. The key takeaway is that this isn't just about a single solution, but about integrating multiple roles and strategies into one cohesive security framework. By doing so, we enhance our resilience and ensure that our defenses are adaptable to evolving threats. This final summary underscores the importance of a layered, multifaceted approach to security, connecting back to the overall theme of proactive and strategic defense in today's complex technological environment. Now, let's take a closer look at the proposed defense architecture. It integrates two key systems that work together in a layered and coordinated way to enhance security. First, we have the solar-powered high-altitude satellite radar and drone system. This component provides persistent surveillance and early warning capabilities, utilizing sustainable energy sources to maintain long-term operations. The second part is the electronic neutralization, or non-kinetic defense concept. This involves techniques to disrupt or neutralize threats without physical contact, such as electronic jamming or cyber countermeasures. Together, these systems form a multi-layered, intelligent framework that emphasizes a defensive-first approach. The idea is to create a comprehensive security environment where different layers of technology work seamlessly to detect, assess, and neutralize threats proactively. This integrated approach aligns with our overall goal of developing resilient, sustainable, and adaptive defense solutions that can respond effectively to evolving security challenges. The high-altitude solar-powered satellite radar offers us a significant advantage in surveillance capabilities. It provides continuous, wide-area coverage and early threat detection that far surpasses traditional ground-based systems. This means we can spot potential issues much sooner, giving us crucial time to respond. Once a potential threat is identified, our defense drones and command systems kick into gear. They are activated instantly to monitor, track, and assess the target in real time, ensuring we have up-to-the-second information. If the threat enters a predefined operational zone, we can deploy our electronic neutralization system. This system disrupts the enemy's critical electronic subsystems, like navigation, guidance, communication, and control, without resorting to explosions or physical destruction. This non-kinetic approach is effective because it renders hostile systems ineffective, often without causing collateral damage. And of course, if electronic disruption alone isn't enough, we still have our conventional defense layers as a backup. This layered approach ensures we're prepared for various scenarios, maintaining robust security and response capabilities. In essence, these systems work together seamlessly: early detection, real-time monitoring, and non-kinetic neutralization, forming a comprehensive defense strategy aligned with our overall mission of maintaining security and control. Let's take a closer look at some of the key advantages of this system. First, early detection and wide coverage are crucial. By placing these systems at high altitudes, we can respond more quickly and cover larger areas for surveillance, which enhances overall security. Next, the non-kinetic threat neutralization approach is a game changer. Instead of relying on destructive methods, these systems disable hostile targets electronically, which helps reduce collateral damage and minimizes risks to civilians. Moving on, cost-effectiveness and sustainability are also major benefits. Since the system is solar-powered, it significantly lowers long-term operational and fuel costs, making it an efficient solution over time. Safety is a top priority, especially in civil aviation. These systems are designed to operate above commercial flight altitudes and outside fixed air corridors, ensuring they don't interfere with regular air traffic. Another important point is layered defense resilience. Because there's no single point of failure, these systems work together to complement existing defense infrastructure, strengthening overall security. Lastly, there's a strong focus on national capability building. This approach encourages the development of indigenous technologies and fosters youth-led innovation, which is vital for sustainable growth and self-reliance. All these advantages collectively support a robust, efficient, and forward-looking defense strategy aligned with our overall security goals. Some advanced threats may actually utilize electronically hardened or shielded systems to evade detection or disruption. These systems are designed to be resistant to electronic interference, making them more challenging to counter. However, their effectiveness really depends on several factors, including the controlled range at which they operate, the precision of the attack, and importantly, whether such actions are legally authorized. High-level coordination among different agencies and strict regulation are crucial when dealing with these threats. We need clear rules of engagement to ensure operations are conducted within legal and ethical boundaries. It's also important to understand that these systems aren't standalone solutions. Instead, they serve as force multipliers, enhancing the overall defense strategy. They work best when integrated into a broader, layered approach to security, rather than as a single, isolated solution. This highlights the limitations and challenges we face. Advanced threats are complex, requiring careful planning, regulation, and cooperation to effectively mitigate their risks within our defense framework.